My partner is back from Guyana. Let's go, Mr. Guyana.
Hello, greetings to all my viewers and my followers. I just want to say have a great day to all, and I'm happy that my tennis partner from Guyana, Mr. Courtney, is back. Guys, I would like to share with you how I overcome my fear, depression, and anxiety in the past. I would like to give you tips to work through your fear and live your life. Allow yourself to sit with your fear for 2 to 3 minutes at a time. Write down the things you are grateful for. Remind yourself that your anxiety is a storehouse of wisdom. Exercise. Tennis really helps me a lot. Exercise like running, jogging, or workout is the best. Use humor to deflate your worst fears and appreciate your courage. I've got a good news and bad news for you. The good news is that you can teach yourself how to stop fear from controlling your life. The bad news is that it's going to do it by kicking you out of your comfort zone and making you face the things you're afraid of. When you think about it, that's also good news. Many of us have misconceptions of fear. We think of it as the big bad demons inside of us, stopping us from living our life to the fullest. All we wish is to kill the demon and live a fearless life. As you'll see in me, this is simply not true. Not only is killing your fear impossible, it would be a very stupid thing to do. Like any other emotion, fear exists for a reason. It's not always right, but it helps us more than we give it credit for. However, if we don't keep it under control and let it run our lives, it really can seem like an obstacle to be overcome. And in this case, it is possible to overcome it and keep it under control. When I was in severe depression, I have no one to talk to. I have no one to share my feelings, my heart, my pain, and my disappointment. But only one thing I have. God was with me. God is with me, and God will always be with us. What is fear actually? The simplest definition is that fear is an emotion induced by a threat. That threat can be real, a bear attacking you and trying to kill you, or it can be imagined. Wind blows your balcony door open. As long as you perceive that there is a possible threat, fear will manifest. Experiencing fear causes a change in brain and organ function and, consequently, a change in our behavior. We often fear a possible outcome even though there might not be any real danger. If we start getting down the boring explanations right at the start, you're going to close this and never come back. So let's keep it fun. Let's grab an example and use it to explain how fear works. How about fear of the dark? It is one of the most common fears humans universally possess. Fear of the dark isn't a fear of the dark itself, but fear of perceived dangers or threats that may be hidden in the dark. As humans, we rely on our visual perception more than any other sense. So when that ability is taken away, we start to panic. We begin to feel anxious and uneasy, just like blind people. We start relying more on our other senses, which is why we suddenly focus on every scratch, noise, or an unknown sound we hear. Historically, Fear allowed humans to stay alive because it acts as a warning mechanism for avoiding things that might harm us. When confronted with a possible threat, our basic survival instinct is the fight or fight response. That is, when you perceive a threat, your mind tries to figure out what's the best way to survive that threat. You can either engage it directly, fight, or run away from it, flight. In our modern society, fear has taken on a different purpose since most of us don't face physical threats in our everyday routines. Fears acts as a warning mechanism for our life choices. And in those situations, fear can be a flawed mechanism. The common solutions for dealing with fear is probably include relaxing, slowing down your breathing, and avoiding stress. And while these are generally good tips, they are not dealing with the core of your problem. Emotions can't be avoided. Temporarily masking our fears or always trying to avoid things that scare us is a terrible strategy. Avoiding a problem doesn't make it go away. It just makes us more afraid. So the only way to permanently overcome fear is accept that fear is always going to be a part of our lives and that, like any other emotion, we can't stop ourselves from feeling it. Identify the causes of our fears and confront them in the most direct possible way. When making decisions, take everything into account, not just our emotions. Prayer is very powerful. My faith, my hope, my trust in God helps me overcome my fear and surrounded
Drive him crazy.
by
He's a nice guy.
positive people
He's my
will be a
tennis
great
partner.
help. So
My
guys,
tennis
if you
guru.
like my
I did
video,
not see him for a
please
solo.
like, share, ring the
Hey!
bell, comment,
He's
and
looking for
if you can please subscribe, please do it. Thank you and God
Thank
bless
you,
us
Courtney,
all.
for coming.